Hello, 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 everybody. This is Miyaka of Miyaka's Creations. I want to welcome you to my stream. If you were here last week, you saw that shit broke, yo. The particle system caused a major error in Studio, and we couldn't finish our project, so lame. But I did find out the solution to the problem. Someone else posted about it in the discussions, and so we're just gonna try it out. I did not do anything beforehand because that's just how I roll. I like to do everything in the moment. So I hope everyone's doing well today. It was a lovely day here in the state of Wisconsin, but there's clouds moving in, and it's getting dark because it's like 6 o'clock, and we get freaking dark when it gets closer to winter. In fact, when I was in school, it was dark when you left for school, and it was dark on your way home. It was crazy. I don't live that far north. So, I did kind of redo the bat animation, but I don't know if we can. I need a second camera is what I need. I need a new camera because that one, I mean, it works, but it could be clearer. I mean, you could see more wrinkles. I mean, you can see that I'm actually old. I mean, it's nice that I don't look old, but oldish. I'm old and old. I don't know. But I learned a nicer camera because this one, it doesn't, I don't know. It's not 4K. 4K is what I want. Bluties, hi, thank you. Welcome. 41 years old. If I had a fancier camera, then you could definitely see that I'm old. Older. Not old. Older. Let's see here. Let's move on to my screen, I guess. Let's see. Let me put some folders here. How are you doing, Bluties? Decent. That's good. I got my stuff there. Alright, we'll just go for it. Alright, so I'm just gonna... We already have the texture and the opacity good from last week, so I'm just gonna reuse those. I did kind of... I did kind of start a new one, but I didn't finish it, so I don't really... Shoeboxes. Does the cat move? Oh, cute. It is a nice cat. Sorry, I get distracted easily. So we're gonna do I'm gonna do an accessory, actually. Clothing. Clothing. Alright, so I need to go in and change my settings really quick before I preferences. Auto update show toolkit runs anti-aliasing canvas smoothing optimize previews. I think that's the option that needs to be turned off. Otherwise it'll do stupid things. Okay. Alright. She's looking awfully bloody today. So we're just gonna add the basic particle in, see what happens before I even do anything. Yes, it works. Cool. Cool. put it on our head. I hate the scroll doesn't work. I did mention that the scroll doesn't work. To the staff. It's funny, they kind of shoot out of her face. And so we have our particle. Now we need to go to material. Change this to black. Oops. That's right. We need to go back to particles. Let me get rid of one of these. I just want to delete it. Whatever, let's put on the opacity. I have it under my YouTube folder. Bats. Oh, okay. Oh, there they go. They're shooting out of her. Yay. Okay, so now that works. Let's add an animation. It's supposed to cycle number of cells. There are 4 cells. The cells are 128, if I recall. Welcome back, nurse. And 128 by 128, but let's see if that works. They're not animating. Start cell, frame cell, offset, cycling. I'm just gonna scroll. Oh, she is ready. Absolutely ready. The textures are not animating. Oh no! That makes me sad. Okay, nurse, in case you missed it, the particle issue I had to fix over in the setting preferences area, and I had to turn optimize previews off. Now I don't know. Oh, did I wreck it? See what happens if I refresh this now. Yeah, I don't know if this is because I'm using a I break it by doing that. Yeah, I broke it by doing that. It says because I am part of the alpha test group, you know? So I think I'm on a different version. But I'm actually thoroughly disappointed about these textures not animating. Go back to cycling. First cell, start cell 1. Okay, let's try it again. Preview. Well, you could ask. Like, you could say, can I get a part of the alpha test group? And be like, sure, yeah. just give it an ask. It's the easiest way to get anything offset. There is something weird about animating the texture. Oh, you're shy and stuff? No. You gotta get over that shit, man. I know, it's tough. That's, you know, so you're part of my little Facebook group, and I appreciate you being there. Part of the purpose of the group, well, I mean, part of the original purpose, it started off nice and strong, but is to overcome certain challenges in your life, and being shy is a challenge. If you overcome your fear and you practice putting yourself out there, it gets easier over time. Like, easier. I mean, it's gonna be hard, and it's gonna be all that gut-wrenching, oh, this so sucks, I don't want to do this. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. And that's with anything you do. Like, just the more uncomfortable you get, the more you grow as a person, and the better you get. So that's my TED Talk of the day. Yeah. All right. You know, I hope that this is an user error and not just not working. Frames. No, there's 4 number of cells. Frames. 1 frame per cell. Start cell 1. This may not be user error. Kick your butt into marketing your book. Yeah, that's, God, you know, self-promotion is probably the hardest thing any of us can do, because we're trying to be humble. Yeah. I gotta say, they've really improved Studio quite a bit since it's come out, and I understand the purpose of it, and they're trying to get more features into IMVU, and they can't do it with the old client because the old client is junk. But people hate change. People hate it so much. They get used to something and then they change it, and then they just bitch up a storm. I totally agree that the previous staff, whatever culture that IMVU had earlier, like 5, 6, 7 years ago or however, they didn't really care much about the users, but they seem to be trying. That's what I'm getting, is they're trying. And they're trying to get, they have all these people that part of their little corner. They have all these people in their, like, actual creators in their corner, and they're talking to them and they're asking them questions and they're getting their feedback, and like, I didn't really see that before. And I've talked to some of their new staff members, and they just seem more open to whatever people's doing. And the problem is, this shit takes time. Like, building this flippin' program, it's not something that happens immediately. It's like they gotta work out the bugs and all that stuff. My big issue, though, is with the when I was having issues with my massa. Like, my massa was pretty much locked up, and like, I kept on saying, I'm like, it's not, my massa is still the same. It's still the same, and it hasn't changed. You're like, and I'm like, here are all the numbers. Here they are. And they're like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, really? Like, math's not working? It's not your thing? Eventually they did something and they reset, and all of a sudden my massa worked, but it took me like months to figure that out. So that was just me pushing that shit, because I was getting pissed. But I do like Studio too. So far it's nice. I like all the new features. There are some things that work better in create mode, in my opinion. Yeah, my massa works now, but I have so much money just built up because my massa never changed. It's ridiculous. Only the one account though. My other accounts don't make enough money to even touch massa. This is ticking me off. I was hoping to have some flapping bats, but this isn't even working. I'm gonna try it on something else. Maybe it's Studio. Ooh. Let's see here. Let's go to furniture. We're gonna add something to some furniture here. What should I add the bats on? What's this? YouTube movie player? Is it one of the ones that actually works? I don't know. I'm just gonna play with it. Ooh, it's such a big TV. Oh, it's only one-sided. Excuse me. All right, let's add some opacity. Gonna add my bats. Here they are. They look fantastic. Okay, let's add some texture. Just gonna do a quick preview because, all right, they was. Number of cells 4. Start cell 1. Frames per. Whoa! What is going on? Alright, so the cell size is wrong. It's just one of those things you gotta play with, you know? It looks like it's just bats flying up, huh? Ooh. A little high. All right. It looks like it's. How do I move it up? Offset. It's the thinking pose. You got me self-conscious now. That and I bite my teeth a lot. I got that. Massage my temples. Oh, bounce. What is going on? See, this doesn't make any sense. So this is the only one that's working. Yeah, probably. But I also got like a bump here that I keep picking at. So it's part of my fidget. I always fidget on something too. The offset isn't doing nothing. Let me change this one. Maybe I'm just doing the wrong offset. Oh yes, the wrong one. Ah, 10. 20. It's a cute animation. 20. 30. Okay, so we got a working bat now on our TV. But its cell size is 64, even though it's not 64. So let's change some of these settings, yeah. What did I have it set to? 3? Why did I have it start on 3? 3. I don't know why 3. Well, folks, it looks like we won't be able to have number cell range. Looks like we can't have texture animation on particles. Well, that's just booger snatch, man. I mean, wouldn't that be cool to have? Like, so let's make this go a little faster. Have that animation coming out of these friggin' things here. That's what I said, booger snatch. I really gotta start moving over my Halloween stuff into my other account. It's all yours. You can have booger snatch. Let's just make them fucking shiny, shall we? Pardon my French. Are they gonna be shiny though? Have the particles be shiny? That's a good question. Pooping up bats. She have come out of her butt. I don't understand why these pants are like self-illuminated though. Puking up bats. I broke it. It's broken. That one's back. Can I do that? Like, is that possible? Oh. Can I just add a GIF? Because that would be super sweet. The answer is no. Well, there goes that. Shortest stream ever. Could have figured this out last week, and then the stream would have just ended. I'm fine. So, Meg, while you're here, is there anything else we want to look at? I don't know. I have no idea what to do next week. I'm not prepared for nothing. I got a list. So I could start working on projects. Because I have lots of projects on my to-do list. Simple. Oh, so I was contacted about doing the a creator in residence tutorial video, like because Jazz Cat's been live streaming them on Monday mornings, way earlier than I get up, like before, like way earlier than I feel like hopping to my computer and watching. I mean, I could watch on my phone, I suppose, but that's a terrible excuse. But I just I don't know, Monday mornings are like my chillax mornings, because after a weekend with the kids and all kinds of stuff, I just go and I take my dear sweet time getting up on Monday mornings. Don't ask me why. But I have been watching the recordings afterwards. So Mondays are your Fridays. Oh yeah, I suppose that's kind of nice. I don't really have a work week though. I guess, I don't know, like I have the kids on the weekends because they go to school with their father, and this is something that we've been doing since my cancer stuff, and now they're pretty much ingrained in the school, and I don't really want to pull them out of the school, bring them back to my house, because I work from home and it would just be easier. But at the time, 6.5 years ago, it was, important that they had a stable environment, because we didn't know what was going to happen to me. I didn't know. Cancer, you have no idea. Clueless. So in a way, like, it's been nice because I get to spend my weekends doing all kinds of nice stuff with the kids during the school year. Like, I usually have my weekends planned out every weekend, so when stuff happens on the weekends, I'm like, got the kids, we're doing stuff. Sorry, that sucks. Like Gaff's birthday party, I was like, no, why is it on a Sunday? So I don't know, I guess Friday is kind of my Friday, if that's the case. I don't usually work on the weekends, but I just work when I want to work. Really, I do the streams on Wednesdays. Oh, Meg, how do you feel about me moving my streams to Thursdays? Is that going to interfere with your schedule in any way? Just curious, because yeah, I might end up doing that. So I have, because I mean, right now it's right smack dab in the middle of the week, which is fine. But if I want to do something like leave my house for a few days, like I have to be home for Wednesday to do my stream, because I don't want to miss out on my stream, because I got a nice rhythm going and I haven't missed one in a while. So I may do that. Yes. That would be beneficial for you. Gaff is not here to give his input, so he is just gonna have to deal with whatever. Oh, how nice. I got paid just now. Yay, I got paid. IMVU just paid me. I always take my money out on the 1st of the month. Oh, neighbor's home. Because I like just say everything at the beginning of the month. So, I don't know. Should I do it starting next week? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe. My kids have off on Wednesdays from time to time, too, because the school does in-service days on Wednesdays. They actually had office school today. But on a side note, my oldest son got a concussion in football practice yesterday. So his dad took him, the doctor suggested that he goes to the ER. So his dad took him to the ER today. And like, I was so, okay, I was pissed because the only reason I found out that he even got a concussion is because I got a notification that he sent a message to the doctor. And I'm like, and I'm reading, I'm like, so I sent him a text. I'm like, is he okay? Like, what happened? And he doesn't respond because he goes to bed early. So he's probably already asleep. So I didn't get a response until this morning when he went to the ER. And I said, well, why don't you go to the ER where his doctor's located? But he's like, no, that's too far of a drive. I'm like, well, I can take the youngest, you know, I can take Evan. That's too far. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just wait here. But anyways, he went to his closest ER, and then they wanted to admit him because like he's off balance or whatever, and now he can't go to school until he sees a neurologist. So that was stressful. I kind of like put a damper in my day, but I'm like, do you want me to take Evan or what? Like, I'm gonna sit here and wait for you to play. Just because you don't want to drive to my house, you shouldn't have moved so far away. So that was stressful, and on top of that, my boyfriend has the flu, so he's sick home in bed, and I'm like, who do I, well, I know, you know, obviously the kids come first, but if my ex is gonna be like taking, so I will figure I can take my oldest to the doctor. He has a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning. I can take him to the doctor. Like, I got the time. He's like, no, I'm gonna take off work. Okay, I'll just sit here and twiddle my thumbs and wait for you to tell me what's happening again, because you're so good at that. Here's my rant. So that was you know, you gotta tell the other parent if one of the kids gets hurt, especially a concussion. Like, seriously. Yeah. And then now he's been taking my weekends too, which is also ticking me off because like I said, I make plans on the weekends. This Saturday they made a plan to do some sort of pumpkin farm, which is fine. Like, he can take the kids and do stuff, but I have to go and pick them up from the pumpkin farm because he's got to go to work. Man. I don't know. During the summer, I have them the whole time. I mean, he takes them 2 days a week on his days off, but I have them the whole time, and we usually have pretty decent time in the summer. We do all kinds of fun stuff. We travel a lot and stuff, but actually not this year because my oldest son got his first job. And then next summer, he will have his driver's license. He's turning 16. Ooh, so old. Yeah. So you understand where I'm coming from here. So irritating. Education. That's funny. My youngest is 10 and he's turning 11 in January. And he grunts. He doesn't use his words, and I'm like, he just makes noises. I'm like, what? And he makes the same noise. I'm like, what? And he does it again. I'm like, what? And then he finally says it. I'm like, dude, use your words. My oldest said he was 15. Had a complete like turnaround when he went through puberty. So like I was telling you, he's got ADHD, and he was pretty freaking hyper, like hyper. Like, you know, if you get a call from the school, we're like, what did he do now? You know, type of situation. It was very stressful when he was younger. And he was, during middle school, he had it real rough because kids made fun of him all the time, or like he just couldn't make any good friends. He had a few good friends, but he wanted desperately to fit in, but he didn't because he's not like all the other kids. You know, he's Chase. He's hyperactive. He's super passionate about lots of things, his specific things. And, you know, once he went through puberty, it's like he figured out other people. Like, he wasn't so internal. He started to understand other people more, and he started making all kinds of friends. And he joined the football team, joined all kinds of sports, but I think joining the football team was huge for him. And like now he's like one of the popular kids, and he had a date to the homecoming dance. Well, last year, not this year, because the girl he went with last year. He didn't. She got a boyfriend or something, but whatever. Anyway, I think he's doing fantastic. I'm so proud of him. So proud of that boy. And he's super emotionally intelligent. Like, I have made it, I've been very open about everything going on in my life. Like, I wanted to make sure he knows everything. Like, if I'm like sad or happy or my financial situations, like, I've been completely open because my parents didn't give that to me. Everything was a secret. Like, I didn't know how much they made. I know that they were tight on money and then they were doing fine. I didn't know how they were feeling. They never really expressed their feelings. They had to go and talk things alone, and they had like a set of expectations, like society or like I felt had a set of expectations that I had to follow, like these set of rules growing up, and I followed them, and it sucked. If my parents were real with me, I'd be like a totally different person now. Like I would be me. I'd be better me. I think I would have started this journey in life earlier because I got married too young. You know, I had kids too young. I did stuff in order because that's what you were supposed to do, which is the wrong way to do it. You know, there is no right way or wrong way, but so yeah. But like, I can actually have adult conversations with my oldest son, which is cool. Couldn't before, but can now, and he's doing great. So proud of him. But I hope he's okay because that really sucks. And you know, of course, my boyfriend having the flu, which sucks too, and I can't really be there because I should not expose myself to any significant diseases because I could end up in the hospital because of my medical conditions, because of the cancer treatment. So, but yeah, fun stuff. I don't know, he has a fever. I don't hear him complain about much stuff. Like, he says he has the body aches, sore throat, like can't get up and function well. So I don't know. He's got a fever, so it's not a cold. Yeah. But he's got his doggo with him. The doggy keeps him warm and safe. He said like last night that the dog was extra gentle with him last night, so the dog kind of knew that he was already sick, which is interesting. His dog's super nice. It's a pit bull boxer mix, which is I'd like to make at some point in time. What do I do with mom? It's right here. Here, my list. My list of shit. My shit list. So yeah, I think it's a very nice dog. It's got that big smile. He smiles at you. You're terrified of wieners? I don't know if I actually come in contact with any wieners. I'm gonna go back since we're not really doing this anymore. I don't understand what happened to Randy. Randy's gone. It's very disappointing. I made Randy into a ghost, and now Randy's gone. Like he turned into a literal ghost or something. Yeah, I don't know if I've actually met a weenie in person. Like, I've seen them and they look cute, but never actually had a contact with them. But Chihuahuas, those are kind of... But the one that I know is kind of screwy. So, let me grab something here really quick, because I can. Oh God, in the face? Ooh. Yeah, that sucks. There's something in there.
Hi guys, my name is...
shut up. Okay. So, all right, let's talk about other stuff. Non-IMVU related, I guess, because why not? Oh, and Meg, put your catalog in the chat if you don't mind, because we're gonna, just so you guys know, Meg, nurse right here, is doing her bestest to fill up her catalog with amazing products. And she's doing hair lately, and I really liked a lot of her hairs on there, especially the orange and black one's kind of Halloween-y. Actually, that pink and bluish one was cute. The short hair one, I like that one. I'm gonna probably buy it. Though, yeah, most of my hairs are actually be a good Halloween. I usually wear black hair with black eyes. Yay! All right, I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna shop in here really quick. I'm gonna go back to my screen. Yay! Let's see here. We're back. Yes. How many products did you? Wow! Look at you! Look at that pro tag, girl. So cool. I like this one actually. That's kind of a cute color. Personally, buying it. Buying it. And I always had black hair, so I'm gonna buy this one too. There, purchased. Yeah. My creative process when it comes to making meshes and stuff involves a lot of stopping, a lot of pausing, a lot of breaks, because until you get that flow going, like I like to call it the creative flow, until that flow hits, everything just sucks. Like, try to get into it, it's not working. I don't want this one, I want the next one. There we go. So these are cute. You're getting a lot of derives off this stuff. Those are super cute. Ooh, street boots. Oh, I think I want these too. Sorry, I'm shopping now. Hey, why not? If he's offered, keeps the it'll keep things moving. So I don't really see an issue with it. But yeah, I like that you got the pro tag. It'll happen. It's just, the thing is with any, since you're starting so fresh, it's gonna take a minute before the algorithm or whatever to pick you up and start showing you. Let's see here. There's a few hacks to get your products closer to the front sooner. They can be costly, but they can be worth it. And like, I mean, it's hacks, whatever. As soon as your product passes peer review, purchase it with alt accounts or whatever. Or you can't purchase it with your account, and you can't give it away because it doesn't count. But if alt accounts purchase it, or if you have a set of friends, like a purchase circle or whatever, like that'd be something to do. It's like a purchase circle. Just the sooner it gets sales, the faster it moves to the front of the catalog. So and I've tested it out and it works. Like, and then you once it gets moved closer, then you'll get more organic sales. So it's like I said, once it may be a cost in the beginning, but it's definitely beneficial. And I wouldn't do that with everything. I would pick specific things that you think would sell well. Things that are kind of already similar to stuff that's in the front of the catalog. So if you're looking at the shoes, like some of the popular stuff, oh, let's see, or some strappy heels. Yeah, I don't know if they'd work quite as well. Halloween heels, yeah, heels definitely. Strappy heels seems to be pretty popular. I fucking hate all this copyright shit. Nike, the SYS, I don't even remember what the name of that brand is, but Nike. One of these days, Nike's gonna come in and wipe out all of these shoes. Adidas, One Star. Well, they have, see, the thing is, they have no obligation to do anything about copyright infringement. Like, it's not, the copyright holder has to come in and say, hey, this is my copyright, and then they will do something. Like Gucci, somebody tipped Gucci off and said all these people are making copyrighted products, and then Gucci's like no shit. So they went and contacted IMVU, and IMVU put out that little statement saying, yeah, Gucci is getting cleaned out. You can't be doing Gucci, because Gucci explicitly said you can't do that. It would be nice, and I don't know like how that would fit in any rules, because I really don't know. Like there's the laws are so thick and sticky and colluded and whatever. I don't know if IMVU wants to put in the manpower to pay, because that just costs them money too. It's copyright, doing babysitting for copyright stuff. I don't know. They need to have what's the word? Like a set crew of peer reviewers, people that actually get compensated for peer reviewing. They have to take tests or whatever, and IMVU can pay them via their Vcoin or something, like just and not have just anybody anywhere do the peer review. I don't know. There's a way to do it, and they're not doing it the right way. And it's not even on their priority list at the moment, because they're too busy trying to get Studio and Next or whatever, Desktop and Next working in sync with all their awesome new features. So, but all right, I was telling you about ways to get your products, get more derives. So Gav has his derive catalog. Let me see here. I believe. I gotta remember how to get to it. I think it's on the bottom. So like advertise, donate, do. There, Derivable Center. Yeah. So this involves some self-promotion. You can throw your products in the Derive Center on Gap's website. Obviously, you can throw your stuff up in any of those IMVU Facebook groups. I don't know, there's just... It's a lot of work just to get your stuff to like move quickly, I will here. I'm gonna throw that on here. There. So that's Gaf's website. He's got all kinds of goodies on there too. He's also got the let's see here. The advertising website. Ad plans? Advertise. Ad plan. That's another way to do it, because all of your stuff will show up on other people's websites, like mine. Hop on my website. Yeah. Oh yeah, I still use it, but here's my ad plan contribution down here. And I get decent hits, especially in the tutorial section. Oh, ads. You know, it's funny, I use a different browser and I forgot. I need to change these thumbnails, they're kind of gross. I don't like them. A little better. Yeah, so much going on. Anywho, my website, GAF's website, GAF codes. Getting your products. So we were talking about earlier about having too many projects going at once. Like, I'm notoriously bad for doing too much at once, and I'm trying to be more organized. Like I don't know, you're on my group, and I have all kinds of like I did some printables, you know, like one of this one here, and it's helped me a lot actually to keep better track of my to-do lists, because it's on my desk, I can see it. If it's on my phone, I don't see it. Out of sight, out of mind, you know how that goes. I have that, and I have weekly planners to kind of plan out my week, because I definitely work better when I have a plan instead of winging it, because when I wing it, things gets a little out of place or whatever. And then I gotta make sure I leave wiggle room for incidences. Like today, like I said, I got jack shit done this morning because I was just too much going on with the boy and the boyfriend, and I'm like, I know what I need to do, but I can't focus because my brain's not there, you know. It's just over here and here. But yeah, alarms. Oh, I have an alarm on my phone for my medication, because I got to take medication every day. Again, the side effect of the cancer treatment. So I mean, that's fun. If I don't have my alarm, I would completely forget. If I turn off my alarm, it's like, well, I'll do it in a minute. I completely forget. Hey, Gav, we were just talking about you, and I just closed your website down because Meg was asking about it. So, and also a side note, since you missed pretty much everything, you can't do animated textures on particles. They don't work. they just don't work. I turned it off again, but I tried putting the GIF in there. Yeah, nothing. Nope, don't work. So, but it does work on this TV. Yeah, but yeah, I figured out. Someone else posted something about particles not working, and staff came in and said that you need to change a preference, because this in the alpha group. I'm in the alpha group. We get the newest version, and the newest version has an issue with particles. So you have to go in and turn off optimize preview, and then the error goes away. So, and the error was gone, but still the particles do not animate. And I may make a mention of that in the alpha group and say, is there any plan to animate textures on particles? Because we couldn't get that shit to work. I think I broke it though, because it's not doing anything right now. When I put the animated GIF in there, it's like, no, it's a GIF or GIF. Everyone says different things. say GIF because it's a G, like Jim, gaff, GIF, yaff. We haven't said that in a while. I don't remember how the yaff came out, but that was funny. Oh, Jiffy? Jiff? Whatever. Black. No. How dare you use the wrong term? Oh man, look at my life. Look at all those lovely hair chunks just shooting out of the ground. Let me do scrolling. Frames, opposite direction. So lame. So lame. Nothing, don't work. It doesn't not work. Oh, Gaff, I am glad you're here. So I was just discussing with Meg about possibly moving the streams to Thursday, so I have the ability to do more stuff in the middle of the week, like, you know, leave my house for a few days. Does that affect you in any way if I did it on Thursdays? It actually works better for Meg. Ooh, that's good. Or like Tuesdays. I could do Tuesdays too. Just trying to move it over one way or the other. I know I keep changing it, but I want to keep doing it. I just don't know if I want to keep doing it on Wednesdays. I picked Wednesday because it was in the middle of the week. I figured it was easy, but and I have more time to prepare. But I don't do much preparation during the streams. I just do everything during the stream, so I don't really need to do much preparation. Except for I'm trying to work Wally. Yeah. This is my shovel avatar. I didn't make anything else in here. I just made the shovel and the avatar. Looks like I do have to redo some of these loop animations. They jump. I think someone else mentioned that too. Like they don't loop properly in Studio. Alright guys, I need you to vote in chat. Tuesdays or Thursdays? Which one works better for you? This is GA, I don't know why. It is GA, but it is. I don't know, so I'm just gonna, whatever. They want to take it away from me. She's got some perky boobies though for being murderous. I could put the dead avatar on there too. It's got a knife in the back. Where's my dead? Dead. It's not mine. Where? Invisible. Sleeping. Skip. Skip. Love. Bad boy. Beach. That's yours, Cap. Coffee. News desk. Does this still work? I made this for an is it gonna work? Oh, it does work. Sweet. So this is a project I made for IMVU. And it looks awesome. I don't even know if they use it anymore. But this is an avatar. This whole thing's an avatar. I got 2 of them. I got a talk show as well. And other avatars can sit in these seats. Let's add an actor. There you go. I can't seem to sit down. Yes, it has seats, but she's not sitting down. The seats, unless they don't work. Ooh, are they showing up now? No. Yeah, the seats are not working. That sucks. I wonder if it's just because I made these in the old. It's still kind of a cool thing, in my opinion. Got some bubble tea. Some other beverages. What's in her mug? She got a mug there. She loves her cat. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I just keep doing until something works. That's, you know what though? That's the fastest way to learn anything. You do it, it works. You do it, it don't work, you move on. You do it, works, great. I have to see now I'm curious. I wonder if this stuff's gonna work in do I have to log in again? Yeah. I have not tested this out in the new desktop. Sure, come on over. Let's find a room. What kind of messages I got? Oh, I got more files. My rooms. I have one public room. I go there. So I go to my down, down, down. Keep loading. I got too many rooms. Go. Join. Excuse me. I gotta get rid of these fireworks. They're a little too explosive. I forgot. Near me. How do I figure out what the words are in chat? I know there's a way. Yes. How do I get rid of? Go away. Screw that. How do I find out what the keywords or whatever triggers for chat? How do I figure that out? Anyone know? 'Cause I don't remember. So I gotta go to this thing. There's a way. Triggers. Oh. Oh. Muscle car. Head, pigeon, sound, vampire, muscle car. Restroom, Kelly. I thought the door opened. Did I not do that? Oh, maybe I didn't. Yeah. Alright, let's go over here. There's gotta be an open space somewhere. It's on the back. I'm sitting on my chair. My big chair. Alright, I'm going to change my avatar to one of those things, if I can. Yeah, just delete his ass from all the things. DNA avatars. Is he gonna load in a public room? That is a good question. Oh yes, yes. There you go. Why is she standing up? She needs to sit down. I got all kinds of random stuff around here. Let's go up here. There you go. Alright, get your ass in here. And you just sit on my couch. How was your party, by the way, Gaff? Was it good? Was it a good party? Sorry I missed it. Oh, I can invite you. You're logged in? Let me see here. Invite. You are not at the top of my list. Oh, I heard a ding. We're not friends. Are we not friends? Eh, it's possible. Found you. We're not Facebook friends. Tier 9, look at you go. Alright, how do I add as your friend? Add friend. We're now friends. Yay. Yay. Alright, now I'm gonna invite you. Oh. Oh, she's already in here. Well, hi there. Well, hello. Take a picture while I'm at it. Because I can. I do like how easy it is to take photos in desktop mode. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. It's on best quality. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Yes, everything's set. Boo. Boo. Alright, so we can't add seat nodes in IMVU desktop. Lame. I wonder if you give them a different name. I don't know. So I built these in the classic client and alright, settings. Alright, what am I doing? What am I doing? Room settings. I want him to go bleep. Go away. Oh, good. Yay, he's gone. Top right corner settings. What? Here? Settings. Settings? Room settings? What am I missing? Oh no. No. Circle. Wait, what? What? I'm confused. How? Oh, this circle. This settings? It's the same settings. Is my room just not clear enough for you? Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of details in my room. Actually, my textures aren't super detailed, but alright, well, that's good. Which one's this? I'm just looking now. Aw, where did that come from? I don't even remember. Alright, where's my shovel avatar? I gotta put the shovel back in her hand. What's this one? Just the dead one? Is that sleeping? I think she's sleeping. Aw, she's sleeping in the tree. How cute. Alright, I'll turn it off. I'll see what you're saying. Ooh. Alright, let's put it to low anti-aliasing. Let's turn all this stuff off. Wait, what did I do? It broke it. Stuff off. Oh, it booted me out of the room. Dang it. Let's go back. Ah, cool. Oh my god, it's so pixely. It looks like a looks like a video game. That's kind of neat, actually. How about my tornado? No, it's a storm over here. Why did I put the lightning plane back here? Flashes. Yeah, you. You're getting rained on, though. You're getting drenched. I got so much random shit in this room. The only stuff I didn't make is the cars. I made a couple cars, but... Wait, there's a few other things. What else did I not make? There's a... I can't get out. I'm trapped in this... There we go. Why is the trampoline not moving? What is going on? Lame. That is... Trampoline is not animating. So the trampoline is supposed to animate with the avatar. But it's not. It's not. I'm gonna turn that back on. Yeah, they're trying to make everything, all the nice stuff, and they're wrecking the old stuff by doing it. Sometimes you just gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet. There we go. Let's go back to my room now. And then, of course, there's the, there's some really old shit over here, like this thing. Old. But you remember this, baby. This is not going anywhere. What was the keyword? Shake? I think it was shake. No. Oh no, she flew away. Snow globe. Yeah, I had a fellowship of the snow globe. It was kind of fun. I had to figure out something to do this year for Christmas. Like some big project for Christmas. What should it be? It can't be Wally related. I already did Wally. But I did a 3D print of the snow globe and that turned out really cool. I believe it's in my on my Instagram account. I was just telling her that the weekends are super hard for me because that's when I have my children's. So you gotta stop having weekend parties, man. I know everyone's got lives during the week. Hey, yeah. It's a big gap here. Fancy. Alright, scroll. Here's the music box. Scroll. Scroll. 2020. Woo. Took a long ass break there. Scroll. Here it is. Okay, here's the snow globe. You know, took a picture, and then here's the real life version. I 3D printed it. 2018. My goodness. Gav, did we do this back in 2018? What? I painted it too, but I turned it into a little flower pot. And I put basil in it, and I gave it to my mom, and she still has it. So it's not an actual snow globe, but it's got the little house. Same thing. That was a long time ago. Fellowship of the something. We'll figure something out. So for 2 years in a row, I did a large project where I streamed making it, and we all kind of just watched me work, I guess. For, you know, holiday project. And the 1 year was the snow globe, and another year was the music box. I think that was the next year, maybe. I don't have pictures of it though on Instagram. I did the ballerina poses. Ah, yes. So I did that in 2018 and 2019. Yeah. I didn't do it 2020 and 2021 because I was in a very toxic relationship, which pretty much stopped me from doing all kinds of things. Like, seriously. All right, so you're asking, Meg, you're asking about Dr. Hippie. So I was dating the dude for like 2 years. Yeah. He's actually a narcissist, like for real. Super cool when you meet him. Everybody loved the guy, but do not get in a relationship with him or do any work with him because, yeah. But I met him in life at Vegas, back in 2010. Here's the music box again. Someone made it color. Yeah, so I don't really want to go into details of some of the mind-blowing, twisting shit, but I don't know. But he's disappeared off of IMVU since I left, and I don't know if he's just afraid of what I'm gonna say or what. Because, like, he's got so many freaking enemies. Like, I was just like, well, dude, this guy's got, like, he's got people that hate him and send him messages and all this stuff. And I'm like, I didn't understand it until, like, yeah, now I know. Now I understand. Now I understand. But, like I said, he hasn't really been on IMVU since I left because I think he's just worried that I'm tainting his reputation or something. But I'm just saying, don't work with the guy. I mean, he'll be super nice to you up front in the face. He'll be generous and whatever. That's fine. Just don't get into a working relationship with him or any kind of relationship, and you'll be fine. Oh yeah. Something. There's always something. Victims. Always the victim. Their lives are just... Oh, it's Polly. What's she doing? she's been working hard too. I've been seeing lots of stuff that she's been making. That's cool. Hey, it's you. Hey, it's Gaff. Gatho. What the heck is going on here? That's cool. Anywho, done on the Instagram here. Just checking the aurora out. Oh, no aurora at night. Okay, I'm gonna sign out because I'm done with this. Exit. Yes, I'm leaving my chat. Goodbye. Goodbye. See you later. The bats are still floating around. Gaff's got his own personal following. He's got a harem of ladies that follow him around everywhere because he's super awesome. So, don't save. Just gonna watch the bat though. Don't save. Come on, Gaff, you're super fly. You got all the ladies. It's because you're super supportive of everybody, so that's why. Oh, I need a pen, and you need to throw me a date so I can add it on my notes here. My notes. Whoa. Notes. Do it. I always live stream it. I mean, not always, but I have been. 20s. That's like... Oh, sweet. 26. Thanksgiving is... Wow. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Duh. It's always the first Saturday after Thanksgiving. Dang. Yeah. All right. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking. I got a bunch of notifications. Okay, I'm gonna look at this stuff later. Too much going on. Yeah, I need to. Okay, so. I mean, we already got a Christmas Wally, so I don't even have to worry about Wally. I do the 12 days of Christmas for Christmas, so I don't have to worry about that until December. Ah, I got so much going on. Yeah, so it's it's always the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So if it's the 26th, which is Saturday, 24th, Thanksgiving's on the 24th this year because Thanksgiving's always on a Thursday. And then you got Black Friday on the 25th. Okay, so a little life update. I mean, I haven't really posted much of this on social media because I'm not ready, but I've opened an Etsy store and I started a new YouTube channel to kind of document my Etsy store progress because I really want to quit my job. And like IMVU, I mean, it'll eventually do it. I just I'm having a lot of fun making shit right now for t-shirts, print on demand. So I'm gonna just throw this in here in case you guys wanna. In case you wanna, you don't have to. I'm not pressuring nobody, but yeah. So this is my Etsy stuff. So because I know, here's my thing. IMVU is great, and I've been a part of IMVU for a long time, but the audience size for IMVU is still relatively small. I can talk to people that I've, new people that I meet saying, well, what kind of shit do you do? Like, well, I do 3D products for IMVU, and they're like, what's that? It happens so many times that IMVU is still a relatively small company. They don't do enough advertising. They don't got their name out there enough. I feel like they need to get out there more to grow. They're not growing right now. They're just focusing on, they get it. They're trying to work on their product, but they could be so much bigger if they got themselves out there and actually advertise more. Or YouTube, freaking how the heck did Roblox get so popular? Like YouTube, like they have no copyright, and I don't think IMVU does either. But anyway, I'm ranting again. But all I'm saying is the sample size for IMVU is small, especially if you're not a well-established creator, like new creators. Like it's kind of a tough business to get into if you're new, unless you really pound it out, or you do lots of things. But I'm trying to tap into a larger audience, and I feel like Etsy and is the way to do it, especially if I do a lot of Christmas designs. So those are my two projects. I'm breaking my own rules by doing two projects, but I'm really kind of stoked about the Etsy thing, honestly. So yes, that is yes, very true. Like they give away too much free stuff. Like, yeah, it'll keep people coming, and I'm sure they make money off of advertisement sales by doing that, but it doesn't help their bottom line. So you're absolutely right there. I'm out of soda. But yeah, it's like most people still don't know what IMVU is. The market is still small. They're not pushing it as much as they could. I think more people know about Second Life than IMVU. But I don't know. That's my rant of the day. So yeah, so I started a YouTube channel to try to document my life through Etsy, and I got 2 videos. I did those both yesterday. And the reason that I'm doing the second YouTube channel, passively April, is because the market for people wanting to make money is also larger than making videos directly for IMVU. I'm just going to still continue making videos for IMVU, but because people want to learn shit, but people want to make money, and if I'm documenting my path through trying to make money through Etsy, through anything, because this is like YouTube channel is based on just making passive income in general. And right now I'm in the active phase of passive income. There's a phase, a stairway, if you will, of passive income. It always starts as being very active, but yeah, I had on my website I have a passive income video about IMVU and my tutorials. But yeah, I might have had an article. But this website's still gonna be my website. It's not, it's always been my creation website. It hasn't been oh, thank you, GIF. Okay, so Nurse Meg, I have to tell you a story about the no confidence thing. So I remember the first time I decided to do these streams or do YouTube videos, all right? I was nervous as fuck, all right? Nervous. I didn't know how to start because I'd never done it before. And my best advice to you, is the same advice that I do for everything else. You just do it. You do it. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. I'm not nervous about talking to you guys anymore, you know? So I think you just got to do it. That like I said, going into your uncomfort zone, getting yourself uncomfortable is how you grow as a person. No matter what you do, you get in that camera, you start talking, you will sound terrible. Like I can go back to some of my first YouTube videos and I'm probably am like all jittery and like I had to edit like crazy just to get some of the ums and all that crap out. But I've gotten so much better. Now you can't get yourself fired from YouTube. You can't get fired from YouTube unless you start talking about conspiracy theories or whatever, and then they'll just demonetize you. But this is about working for yourself, hon. You got to get uncomfortable. That's number one. Get yourself uncomfortable. You can't grow unless you get yourself uncomfortable. And I'm preaching here. Step outside that box. Do what makes you nervous, and you realize, and you step back and you realize it's not that bad. You just gotta, and the more you do it, the easier it gets. The more you talk, the easier it gets. I gotta say though, when I took that break during toxic relationship, it was really, really hard for me to get back into it. Like super challenging, because I'm gonna be completely honest and transparent with you guys, and this is going up on YouTube, so everybody's gonna see it. But we did some camming for a while, like, and made some good money. All right, yes, I showed my boobs on camera. And the camming part was fine. Like it was just kind of fun playing around with people, but the fact that he had to control everything about it, and like the controlling got so bad. Like I was just, I don't know, I was unhappy. I didn't want to do it anymore. I said, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Like, but he was like all about the money for him, all about the money. It's all he cared about was the money. And I had like, so it was like very uncomfortable for me to get back in front of the camera after that. So, and he'll say that it was my idea, and I guess in a way, like I'm being totally transparent with you guys. This is so embarrassing, but I guess in a way it kind of was, because me and my late boyfriend talked about stuff like this, because he's like, oh, I don't care. And I got naked so much after the skin cancer diagnosis anyway, like in front of so many doctors, like it's just like, why does it matter now? Everyone, like all these people have seen me naked. Why not? You know? Yeah, I'm not doing it again. If I had done it myself without him, I may have done it more, or I mean, I definitely would have done it differently. And you do make a shit ton of money, I tell you what. But it was rough. Just, I don't know. You had to prove to me that people wanted to see bad things happen to me. Like, you had to prove it to me. So yeah, I didn't want to get in front of the camera for a while, but I did. I forced myself to do it because I enjoy this, you know. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for the zero judgments. But I'm still putting this on YouTube because I don't. It's fine. Who's gonna get this far in the video anyway? Some people, maybe. But yeah, that was an interesting time in my life. But I gotta tell you, I learned a lot about myself and my limits and my boundaries, and I don't regret it. I don't regret any of it. So yeah, if you find some nudies of me somewhere on the interwebs, and you think it's me, it might be. I was looking at some of the past pictures. I don't look happy at all. Like, I look miserable, because I was miserable. But yeah, tuck it away in your folders. I'm like, oh, that's April. Ooh, that's sexy. So Yes, everybody has a story. Everybody has a path. Everybody put them in your spank bank. I don't have any of them anymore. I don't have any of that stuff, so I can't even provide them to you. I could take like a nudie for you or something and send it if you want to, but that if you happen to come across something, I'm sure there's somebody's got them somewhere on the interwebs. I don't care. I do not care. So, on that note, after I freaked everyone out or turned everyone on, I'm gonna close this stream out because, you know, the one thing that we came here to accomplish, we discovered that we can't. So next week, oh, you guys did not vote. Tuesday or Thursday? Gaff made it sound like Thursday's a little rough, so. Thank you, Gaff. Should I put a poll up? I could put up a poll. I don't know how. You're my #1 subscriber, so like I'm gonna like aim towards you either way. But numero uno. But Gaff's like my #1 fan, so I kind of want to accommodate both of you if I can, or I could just stick with Wednesdays. The cool guys, yeah. Roy's a cool guy. I'm not. I did take 2 years of Spanish in high school, so there's stuff that I do remember and I didn't forget. And I looked at my report cards. I got a B in Spanish, in Espanol. But I'm sure my accent's terrible. I've been told I have a very Youper accent, and I'm sure I do. Youper. I pronounce my O's too O-like. Oh, oops. Put myself on the screen, by the way, because we're done playing. Oh, I think your English was fine. I remember oh, wrong one. I hit the wrong button. So the one thing I noticed about the South American accent, it has a very heavy European Slavic influence. So I thought that was kind of. Café con leche, por favor. Oh, with the little thing. You want some coffee with milk? Please? Mm. Cortado. Gav, you haven't told me. A Tuesday or a Thursday? Café con carne. That's gross. Dude, if you're not gonna say anything, I'm just gonna go with Thursdays. That's just what's gonna happen. See? Thank you. Thursday is better. Tuesday is a sport day. You can't have us interrupting your sport day. That would be bad. Said, Meg says Thursdays work better just because she doesn't have to rush through her Zumba classes, which also is beneficial. So I think it'll benefit all of us if I move it to Thursday. So maybe next week I will do Thursday instead of Wednesday. Yes, that is what I'll do. I should check my calendar. See, I got my calendar for all the things just because, like, got a birthday coming. Well, it's Tuesday. Oh, and next week is Columbus Day, and some schools do not have school on Columbus Day. Zumba. So, yes, so we will probably make some, we'll just make something. Gotta make something Halloween-y. Maybe I'll just make a bat pet. I don't know. I don't think there's anything new we want to look at. Bailamos. Let the music from the river, bailamos. Let's dance. Yeah, right. But yeah, I don't think there's any more features we want to look at in Studio that I can think of. So maybe we'll just work on a project next week. And oh, Gaff, I didn't tell you. Yeah, I don't think you're here when I mentioned it, but they asked me, Rachel Riggs K asked me to do a residency video. Yeah, I will. Those aren't available yet. So when those come available, we'll definitely dive into NFTs. But so I guess I'm going to be doing a residency, and those happen on Mondays, as far as I know. The residency video about animations. And she asked me if I wanted to do. Oops! Oh, geez, I'm throwing. This happens when you fidget, throw things everywhere. She asked me if I wanted to do, well, not the residency. I'll just be doing a training video because they do those on Mondays, you know. And she asked me to do an animation version. So, and she wanted to know if I want to do like an avatar animation or a furniture animation. So I'm thinking avatar animation of some sort because I think more people are interested in doing the avatar animations. But yeah, if they offer the residency again, I am totally gonna apply for it for sure. Like, who doesn't want $10,000 to keep doing what you're doing? I mean, but yeah, no, I haven't heard anything about the residency program. I just know that they've been doing the Jazz Cat has been doing those training videos on Monday mornings. So, and the residency goes until the end of October. I thought it goes until the end of the month. It's supposed to be 3 months. It was August, September, October? 3 months? 3 months? 3 months? Three? So. But yeah, just the training video. Just working, or Jazz Cat will be like asking questions like he always does and talking in the background, and I'll be like, oh, and then you want to move the avatar like this, and then like this, and then you have a dance. Do some Vogue. So. Yeah. Toilet paper. Nice. That's fantastic. I am so glad I got the chat on the screen, so when I put this on YouTube, people know what the heck I'm laughing at, because I can't reread everything that's popping up all the time. This is just dragged. This is just dragged me. Sign out. Close. Close. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Alright, well, it's after 8 o'clock, and we turned a very short stream into a normal length stream with ease because you guys make it so much more enjoyable and you make the time go by so much faster, and I super appreciate it. And you guys are super awesome, and I love you both. And the other people that are also watching incognito, I love you guys too. So I'm gonna, let me see, hold on. I'm gonna, and I'm gonna eventually put some new chat. Yes, brain breaks are nice. I'm gonna put some new chat emojis because I can, because you guys made it so. I'm gonna work on that at some point. It may be a month, maybe a week. Whenever the motivation hits me, that's when it'll happen. So that's just how I work. That's how I roll. Motivation hits me and then I get everything done, and then motivation wanes and then nothing gets done. That's what's great about these streams, by the way. It keeps me honest with myself. It keeps me moving. So I don't want to skip a stream. So I'm going to bid you adieu, and it's nice to see you too, Kat. I'm glad you made it. Te amo. You know, there's like, I can say I love you like 9 different languages. Te amo, te amo, buenas noches, je t'aime, bo aini, ashitiru. Trying to think of all things. So, all right, I'm gonna stop talking now. So, love you guys. I'll see you later. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you next week, Thursday.